Today I have a piece of really original content for you guys. Stop me if this statement sounds familiar. A NFL player that plays for the Las Vegas Raiders gets arrested in Las Vegas for doing something really freaking stupid. Okay, yeah, I've made multiple videos on that, so how about we switch it up a little bit? A NFL player who is a Pro Bowler gets arrested in Las Vegas, but he doesn't play for the Raiders. That's what happened to Alvin Kamara, and the story is bizarre because the incident occurred the night prior, and then he went and played in the Pro Bowl, and then he was arrested after the Pro Bowl. It's absolutely bizarre. So before we get to the content, yeah, chances are this video is gonna get demonetized, which is fine. I don't care about making money. I just care that this video reaches a larger audience. And unfortunately, when YouTube can't make money off of your video, they don't push it out to a larger audience. Now in the past, we've been able to overcome this. All you have to do is drop a like. And if you really want to go the extra mile, this doesn't really have much to do with the demonetization aspect, but subscribe and turn on our notifications on this channel. Now that we get all that out of the way, break! Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's going on, everybody? I think we could all agree on one thing unanimously as NFL fans. There is no game that is more important than a specific bowl that was played today, and that's the Pro Bowl. I mean, I spend hours just sifting through Pro Bowl film, obsessing over Pro Bowl stats, and hell, I know each and every single Pro Bowl champion for the past decade off the top of my head. Jokes aside, I haven't seen a Pro Bowl, I don't think, in my entire life. I'm serious, I usually watch the highlights on SportsCenter afterwards, and even that is painful, so I truly have empathy for those that sit down and watch each and every minute of the Pro Bowl as they cling on to the final morsels of football, because after the Pro Bowl and the Super Bowl, we don't have anything for about 6 months. Yes, you have the NFL draft, which in of itself is awesome to me. I love the NFL draft. And you have the copious amounts of off-season transactions that occur and the news that comes out as a result of it, which I personally love as well. But in terms of actually seeing football being played, after the Super Bowl, that's it. Until the USFL comes out, which let me know in the comment section down below if you guys would like to see some USFL content on the channel. So you might be wondering why I'm obsessing over such a meaningless game such as the Pro Bowl. Well, this year's Pro Bowl was absolutely hysterical. From my understanding, the Pro Bowl is typically played in Hawaii. At least it used to be Hawaii, and after a while they relocated it to Florida, which is also a pretty nice destination if you're an NFL player that would like to take a vacation, until eventually they decided, hey, you know what's a good idea? Let's take a game that no one takes seriously whatsoever, invite a bunch of star athletes that are clearly here just to vacation, that don't really need to be in tip-top shape for this game, and just throw them all in Las Vegas and just see what the hell happens. I don't know who thought of this, because last year's Pro Bowl also happened in Las Vegas and nothing happened. I don't know what's in the air in Las Vegas. I know they have a crazy nightlife over there, and I know there's a ton to do because I've been to Vegas a couple of times, primarily for EDC, and I know I shouldn't be laughing, but it's just kind of funny to me because it took this long for something really bizarre to happen. So you might be wondering what this bizarre thing is. Well, according to TMZ, Adam Schefter, and this police department, Alvin Kamara was arrested for battery in Las Vegas after he allegedly beat up a person in club. Now, this sounds very similar to what happened to Damon Arnett about a week ago, only I don't think Alvin Kamara pulled out a weapon on a valet parking attendant for not bringing his vehicle, although he didn't have a ticket. I think this instance is a little bit more linear than that. So let's start with the immediate release from the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department, saying on February 6, 2022, for immediate release. You know what's funny? There's nothing immediate about this release, but I digress. NFL player arrested for battery resulting in substantial bodily harm. On February 5th, 2022, at approximately 5:50 p.m., LVMPD patrol officers were dispatched to a local hospital where a person was reporting a battery. The victim reported being battered at a nightclub located in the 3500 block of South Las Vegas Boulevard. The investigation by LVMPD detectives determined the victim was battered by the suspect, later identified as Alvin Kamara. He was located and taken into custody without incident on February 6, 2022. Kamara was transported to the Clark County Detention Center, where he was booked for battery resulting in substantial bodily harm. This investigation is still ongoing. Anyone with any information about this incident is urged to contact the LVMPD CCAC patrol detectives by phone at a specific phone number that they give, and if you want to remain anonymous, contact Crime Stoppers by phone at this other number or on the internet on this website. So for those of you guys that thought that was too long and you didn't want to read it, pretty much for lack of a better way of saying it, Alvin Kamara went to a club the night before the Pro Bowl, which was a Saturday night in Las Vegas, probably got hammered out of his mind and beat the living crap out of someone. Now, you don't really know the full extent of the story. You don't know what happened when Alvin Kamara was there. And my personal opinion on this situation is I hope this isn't a situation that is so bad that you could potentially see Alvin Kamara get cut. I don't think it's a scenario where Alvin Kamara would get cut because it's after the season. Alvin Kamara is one of the most talented players on the New Orleans Saints, and I'd like to say that this is a complete aberration in his behavior. I mean, let me know in the comment section down below if I'm wrong, but Alvin Kamara has been a model citizen for the most part during his time in the NFL. But that aside, man, I've been to Las Vegas nightclubs before, and I'm not saying it's a hostile place, but to be honest, when you get a bunch of athletes, especially NFL players who are probably filled with testosterone, a 26-year-old Alvin Kamara who dominates as a NFL running back, finally gets a night where he could pound some shots with his fellow Pro Bowlers and with his boys, not having to worry about any playoff games. He may have had a drink or two. I wasn't there. I'm just assuming someone comes in and says something absolutely stupid to Alvin Kamara. It could either be a slur that he should not have said or something as silly as, hey, why don't the New Orleans Saints play you at tight end? And that could have set Alvin Kamara off, and there could have been some sort of skirmish as a result of that. Now, obviously, Alvin Kamara should behave better than the way he did, but at the same time, what the hell is the NFL thinking putting the Pro Bowl in freaking Las Vegas? Are you out of your freaking mind? You're taking a bunch of millionaires and putting them all together in one of the most wildest cities in the entire United States that has already had a multitude of controversies this past year. What the hell is the NFL thinking by doing this? Obviously, I'm holding Alvin Kamara accountable. He shouldn't have behaved the way he did. Even if someone says something stupid to him, when you're a celebrity and a superstar athlete and a multi-millionaire, you need to hold yourself to a higher standard than that. And I acknowledge that, but the NFL also has to be smarter than this, man. Putting a Pro Bowl game in Las Vegas after a absolutely horrific year for Las Vegas football, might I add. I mean, from John Gruden to Henry Ruggs to Damon Arnett to Damon Arnett to Damon Arnett to Damon Arnett again. I don't think a Pro Bowl, obviously you can't reschedule the Pro Bowl at the last minute, but don't hold the Pro Bowl in Las Vegas next year. You don't have to be a genius to know that you shouldn't do it. Go back to Florida. Florida's a great city. Orlando was the perfect place, a nice place to relax, and no offense to people in Orlando, there isn't as much to do and as much debauchery in Orlando as there is in Las Vegas. Same with Hawaii. Hawaii was a nice, relaxed place. It's not really a clubbing city. People would just lay on the beach over there if they weren't at the Pro Bowl and sip pina coladas, and that's okay. That's safe. There's no controversy there. Let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think about all this? I feel like this is very easily avoidable. Aside from that, I'm your boy Mike, and I'm dropping our mic until our next upload.